If you call me Madam Alero, this one I waiting that they call Forja Speciale, no be waiting, no be look Caputana. Fanfankulo! So guys, Oloture was released on the 2nd of October to Netflix and everyone's watching it, everybody's talking about it. So you know I would come here and talk about it, because if I don't, so who will? Anyway, Oloture is basically the tale of a journalist who goes undercover and acts as a prostitute to kind of get like an expose and a tell-all to come and expose these people. But in the words of her senior colleague, she's someone that has more bravery than sense, and it doesn't end very well for her. It's an EbonyLife movie, and honestly, like EbonyLife, we're used to them giving us feel good movies, Chief Daddy, Your Excellency, Wedding Party. So when I saw that they were doing this movie, I was really, really worried, because I was like, EbonyLife, I know you guys have the budget, but can you guys portray this story the way it should be told? Because like there are some stories that like some stories that like you want them to tell it well, because these are people's realities and you don't want them to downplay it, you don't want them to mess the story up and that. So this was one of them for me. But without any further ado, I'm going to go into this movie and tell you guys how much I love this movie, why I love this movie, and why you should watch it. So get your popcorn, get your drink, and if you've not watched it, the time to stop watching this review is now. Go and watch it on Netflix, come back, and then continue the review, because spoiler ti pọ̀jù. Hey guys, my name is Arese and I'm a Nollywood lifestyle YouTuber. I review Nollywood movies, I link them to our everyday life experiences. So if it's your first time watching my videos, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's good, what's popping, how you doing? I missed you, I know you missed me too. Anyway, yes, like I already said, Oloture way. Guys, I so much love this film. I want to let you know, I dig it. They're like, oh my god, I dig this movie. I actually dig this movie. Like, I think it was very difficult for me to find something that was like, I don't know how I feel about this thing. But if you don't know now that your girl is a full-blown Edo babe. My dad is Edo, my mom's Edo. So you could imagine my joy when I was young. I was like, my people. Because honestly, like, it's very rare for them to actually nail the Edo culture, in movies. Like, there was this movie I watched, I will not say their name, but literally they claimed that this was an Edo film, and in the whole movie, the only thing they said that was Edo was Osanobuwa. I was so upset, because it's just like saying a movie is a Yoruba movie, and in the whole movie, the only thing that they say that is Yoruba is Oluwa. Can you no? So do you get? But like, these people, they actually got it right, the accent. Like, if you're an Edo person, or like if you know that there's this accent that comes with speaking Benin or speaking like any of the Edo languages. So they got the accent, or like I was even like, I know that mom that like she Edo. She's not Edo now, except she grew up in Edo State. But they really, really tried in like getting that whole thing, and that made me really, really happy, because and then even the names, like Edo girls as well, they know the names they be having. Their English names be a bit names like Beauty. When you hear names like Beauty, you know that's an Edo girl. When you hear names like Lovette, not Lovette or Lovette, you know that's an Edo girl. Because you know how there's some names that are particular to Igbo people. You just hear names like Boniface, be like, if I was to guess, it would be Igbo. That's the same way. So like, I liked that. I thought it was like good research, and that would lead me to like my second thing I liked about this movie. I just felt like they really, really, really tried to get the right costume, the right scenes, the right backgrounds, the right accent, the right hair. Like, they really tried to depict proper, prostitution, down to them shooting on Allen. Did you guys see their brass top, their bomb chart? Did you guys see their wigs? Did you guys see their heels? Even let's know their bra. You know those bra that they do sell sometime, I think in Yaba. See that Sharon's bra with big blue bow? That bra that time, if you want to buy it like this, they have it different sizes, like from chocolate to big. Even the pants that mom was wearing in one place like this, I swear, that pant, they do sell it 8 in 1, different colors. Like, honestly, like, they really tried like they had the whole prostitute vibe going, and even the way they were behaving, the way they were changing their gun, the ghetto. But yeah, like the way they were behaving, the way they were changing their gun, you know, the cigarettes, they shot with a lot of cigarettes, like almost every scene somebody was smoking. The cigarettes, the zanga, like the house they were living in, hotels, like they, to me, I feel like they really depicted the whole prostitution. They got like accurate scenes, accurate shooting locations, accurate outfits, accurate makeup, accurate wigs, accurate props. So yeah, big. Next thing, the casting. The casting for me was really good, because yeah, these were not like entirely new faces, but I feel like everybody's role in a way was challenging for them. Like they had to step out of their comfort zone, you know. Like you see Sharon acting a completely different light. You see every single person had like a different, they had to act, or most of them had to act like different roles. You know, you see Daniel Etin, my husband, acting as a bad guy. You see Omoni Oboli acting as a pimp, and these people bodied these roles. Like these people were acting. I mean, I was there like, are you sure this is not who they really are? Like it was for, like I just thought it was like big ups. Y'all are trying, y'all are doing good. I love it. I so much love it. So the casting was on point for me. The acting was on point for me as well. I felt like like the emotions they were trying to convey. I felt like, you know, they got the expressions they wanted. Like I just thought I really enjoyed it. I couldn't say this person cannot act. Oh no, it was just flowing sweet. Costume, location, everything. Accent. So seeing that this movie is actually going somewhere. Can you see? Also, like I already said, like, you know, they did a lot of research, which is why, like, you know, they were speaking a little bit, just a little. Nobody I received project specially. Nobody I received fun cool. I swear, I absolutely love. But like, I just felt like they did a lot of research into that, even down to like the Babylon scene, you know, all the whole everything. It was almost like they got a returnee, someone that had gone through like the whole thing, to come and like literally coach them. Like, this is what you have to do. This is how you have to behave. This is what you guys have to do, because it was good. It was really good. Now, I've seen a lot of people tweet, Sharon did not speak pidgin well. Beverly also acted as a better. Beverly also with all her, without even talking, acted as a better prostitute. Blah 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 blah. And honestly, sometimes I feel like people just say this thing because they want to just talk and they just want to shalaye. Cause if you watch the movie with an open mind and you're not looking for anything to complain about, yeah, you would realize that the whole point of the movie was for her to not act well as a prostitute. Do you get? The whole point of the movie was for her to stick out like a sore thumb, because she's not a prostitute. She's not an ashawo. She's not be ashawo. She's a journalist who is going undercover. Do you understand my point? So she's not meant to be like, and if you even see her life, her real life, you see how she relates with her mother, you see the kind of things that she wears, she's a good girl, goes to church, you know, all of that great stuff. You would tell that, okay, this girl was probably not even a street babe. Do you understand? And if you also see, okay, when Chooks came and was like, who what you be? Me, I know say you know be a shower, you be police, all of that. The whole point was for her to not be believable enough for them, for her to slip under their noses. It was meant to, she was always meant to give like, she said this one a shower, because this one don't seem like a shower. Do you understand? So for you to not expect her to just act properly like an ashawo, that's not the point of the movie. It could have happened, but that's not the point of the movie. The point of the whole movie, like again, she was a journalist with more bravery than sense. Because if she even had sense, she should have realized that if she knows she wants to do this ashawo thing, she can't be going for parties. Do you understand? Because the parties are where like a lot of all these things happen. If it's to stand at the road and Blossom will pick her up, fine. But the parties, she should not. But she always thought that she could escape it. And then unfortunately she met that man who now drugged her. And when she was drinking it, I was like, hey God, please don't do it. Because like obviously the man was good. Like he had already tried to drug her with champagne and she poured that. But then this time around, he now drugged her. And like that whole scene was so triggering. It was so vivid. It was just really difficult to see through. Like guys, it was, I don't know. Yeah, but I just want to tell you guys that my uncle was actually in that party scene. He was a waka pass in that party scene. So shout out to him. And shout out to my next week's party guys, because I actually posted to show them. I was like, that's my uncle over there. And I'm going to also tell you guys, that's my uncle over there. So shout out to him and shout out to my next week's party guys. Then for the ending, okay, so now this one, I had really mixed feelings about it because towards the ending, we're now seeing well, how is this movie going to end? What are they going to do? Because they've been doing so well so far. Are they going to fumble the bag? But me, I didn't really know what the ending was going to be like because it was either she was not going to be rescued or she was going to be rescued. Now, how was she going to be rescued that it will not be stupid or it will not be unrealistic? Maybe at the house. But then they had already left the house. Do you get? So it's like, okay, well, if they rescue her now, it's not going to make any sense because there's traffic. They are way ahead of him. He clearly is not going to find her out of nowhere except she escapes. Do you understand? And then if they don't find her, that means she's going to actually go to Italy, which was not. But yeah, like the ending wasn't what I would have wanted because I actually would have wanted a little to God be the glory kind of ending. But the ending was what was right for this movie because again they're trying to depict what actually happens and not many people are able to escape the claws of the Madame Aleros in the pimping ring. So in as much as the ending was a bit difficult for people to accept, like so this girl really did not make it. It really was, what it was, and it was good that they put that ending because not every story has a happy ending. I know like Nigerians, and honestly, you guys be honest, if he had found her, it would have been unrealistic. If her phone had not been found, it would have been unrealistic because how does she do that and they never catch her? If all of them, like, I don't know, I just feel like if all of them had made it, it would have been unrealistic because again, she had the phone, they were using Linda used the phone, so it just kind of made sense that okay, 14, I'll be 15, no be 15 anymore now, 14. Then yeah, Linda was my babe shy. I really liked her, but she wasn't smart. Because me, I know that if I want to call my mother now, I need to give her like 15 seconds to first do, hello my baby, hello my daughter, hello, how are you? So if I want to tell my mom something fast, and I'm calling her and she's doing hello, 15 seconds has passed, you get, and they don't mothers. They will first say, hello, call, you may call. They will first call. And if you know that this might not even do call. And then they will talk. So for me, I just felt like if she wanted to speak to her mother, she probably should have just sent a text as opposed to actually like calling and trying to talk and everything. But unfortunately, when they caught her, that slaughtering scene where they off the babe was crazy. That scene was crazy. It's like this woman is a hardened criminal. Not this woman coming back from Europe to come and be packing girls to go. I know like the truth is, it's what actually happens. I feel like most Edo families, they know somebody that's either gone or know somebody that has gone. Do you understand? And like even the whole thing about Linda bringing her sister Beauty from Benin to go to Europe, it happen to because in their heads they're like, you see this movie, it showed you different like prostitutes and they're like different stories. So look at Wofai for example. Wofai to me was that prostitute that was confident in her prostitution. She was not trying to go to Europe. She was having the time of her life in Lagos, with her customers, giving them a good time. Yeah. Then there was Blessing, Lala. Lala was someone that the state had basically failed. Like she was just there thinking to herself like, okay, I need to get out of this place. She's there with her pimp truth, but at the same time she's trying to hustle with Madame Alero, like I need to jackpot. Like she literally got into that because she really felt like she had no other option and she just needed someone to protect her. You understand? Then there is Linda who is doing it to make money, trying to get something for her family back home. And then there's Beauty who is initiated into it by her sister and really didn't have any idea what she was coming to do because if you remember when they were doing the training in the house, and she was grinding, she was crying, and Linda was just crying too because it's like, wow, my sister has kind of seen me in this light. Like she probably didn't realize this was what I was doing before. And yeah, like it was just really sad to see. But I know that there are also a lot of sisters that do that, like carry their sisters to Europe to do the actual work there just cause they feel like that's the only way to alleviate their family from poverty. It's sad stuff, man. Really sad. I feel like this movie for me had certain, or it had major elements, like the major elements I was looking for. It had comedy, it had a bit of drama, it had suspense, it had, it was giving me thrilling vibes. It was, was it funny? They wanted to sprinkle a bit of romance, and when Blossom was like, "Oh, I love you," my babe was like, "Eh, don't fucking keep."
Don't say it.
Basically, that's what Sharon told him. She was like, "Please, sir, I beg, please, I need to go." GTG. TTYL, baby. And that's how she left him. But like, yeah, I thought it had like different, it had certain elements that I wanted. So I liked that about the movie as well. Like this movie, yeah, I quite liked it. But like, I have a question. You're like, even if she had escaped here, which it pained me that she didn't. I was like, why the flip is Beauty escaping and my babe didn't escape? Like, waiting be this. But yeah, like even if she had escaped, like she had been raped, she had gone through the whole Babalawo situation where they put them in coffin, cut them. When my guy snapped chicken, the chicken just the thing cut like, what did it cut like? Like cut like bone. It cut, no, not like bone. It cut like bread. I don't even know. It just anyway. She had gone through that situation. She had also seen her friend, who was probably like, who was her closest friend in that whole movie, slaughtered, beheaded, gone. And then, even if she had escaped, she would never, ever be the same. I'm not saying I wanted her to now not escape because she won't be the same, but like her life was already kind of messed up, And again, I don't know, man. This undercover work, I don't know, man. I don't know when she. Like, when she was filming my story, this is not my story. All of us, my nephews, were like, I beg now, free this P, guy, free this P. So I've seen some people say they want a part 2. Some other people are like, please, no part 2. Part 1 is okay. Me, I'm of the opinion part 1 is okay. Otito. You don't finish, because a part 2, man, I feel like a part 2 will be Life and Tales of Oloture, semicolon, living in Italy. And necessary, if you want a part 2, go and watch Joy. Joy is also on Netflix. I just feel like there are some things that are so good that you don't need to tamper with them. You don't need to give any space of, was it really that good? Because if a part 2 comes out and a part 2 is not as good as this part 1 was, then it will water down the whole value. And I just feel like right now they've done a good job. Everybody big ups. But part 2, but the way the part 1 ended, they gave you. It depends on how the people accept this movie. If they really like it, we can even sprinkle in a part 2. Do you understand? They left with a little bit of suspense, which is good though, but I don't think it's everything you need to explore. That's just my opinion. I don't feel like it's everything that should be explored. Part 1 was good, but part 2, if you want to do a part 2, then it has to be really, 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 really good. Like, so good that we'll be like, okay, it was worth it. But if not, like I said, like, I just feel like there were a lot of things that they did that I really, really liked, and I also noticed, like, when the policeman was like, oh, there's a dead body, go and check if he's a journalist, and he got there were flies around the body, there were flies around him, and I just felt like the fact that they paid attention to that little detail, because it's something that could easily, like, fly over your head. See, man, there were flies, and it could easily fly over your head. Don't leave me. Anyway, the fact that, that could easily just keep your mind. I like that they actually thought, okay, if it's a dead body here, what would happen? Flies would come, So it was like, okay, that's good stuff. But now let's talk about like what we could really get from this movie. Look at how nonchalant the police force were. Like, they didn't even follow him to the border. They just got there. They're not in the house. Beleo, they have gone. Somebody has tipped them off. We're going. Like, the man even seemed irritated by a Blossom. Do you understand? It's almost like, we don't want to have to do our jobs. And then you also see how, like, underappreciated and how, risky life can be for a journalist in Nigeria, where they have no protection, nothing whatsoever. Even her Oga was like, osakuearese, he said, maybe nothing has happened to her, just calm down. Like, there is no sense of urgency for the lives. Like, it's almost like, wow, so it will be. Like, we need to do better, definitely, as a country. And then lastly, like, the most important things, the what do you call it? The trafficking, the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, and how women are treated, how women are trafficked, how women are deceived. Like, okay, this batch, they didn't seem like they were deceived, but like, there are a lot of people. If you read Amenze in secondary school, there are a lot of people that were deceived, A lot of them were deceived into sex trafficking, and just how nothing is done. Because look at, for example, when you got to the border, they didn't even care to see the people. They just collected the passports, collected the money. Like literally, there's even nothing to save you. The system is not made to help you. It's not made to save you. It's just made to be there for whoever can afford to pay their way through the system. So the movie really depicted a lot of good things, and big ups to them. Big ups to them. And man, I really hope that the story that they're trying to tell, or the story that they told, really is shown, because that's the whole point of film and film industry, is to tell the stories that cannot be told or haven't been told, and to also tell stories that have been told, but they can tell again in different ways and many ways. Okay, so yeah, big ups. So I've said everything I like, and the only thing I would say, okay, didn't sit well with me, was like the beating scene, or the beating scenes were the things that I didn't feel like okay. Like when, for example, when Chooks was beating Blessing, and I'm like, before you get bush, why do you go like this? I'm like, But you know, it is what it is. Other than that, I feel like that was a really decent movie. Everybody's role was vital. Everybody had a vital role to play. You know, they were not overcasting. They were not just casting left, right, and center. I felt like, okay, you know. Anyway, guys, shout out to every single person that worked on the project. Shout out to the producers, the directors, the writers, the actors. Still, you guys did an amazing movie. Wait, how can I forget my own uncle? Shout out to Uncle James. Shout out to you guys. You guys did an amazing movie. Thank you guys so much for that movie. You guys, if you've not downloaded the Nolly Guide, which is a guide of 40 movies to watch, 40 Nigerian movies to watch, the link is in the description box. The link is also in my bio on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me. All the details will be in the description box below. Follow me, let's relate, let's communicate, let's blend, let's contour. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.